Special Key back another reading. This is going to be a different type of reading. Somebody requested a future reading based on racism. Where we going back with racism in the future? Will there be another Martin Luther King Jr. and on Black Lives Matter? Child, Black Lives Matter, that shit. It just seems like a lot of people are being exposed that are the ones who co-founded Black Lives Matter, pretty much showing that they really don't care about Black Lives Matter. And it's sad. I just feel like every time we try to do something and it seems like it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Because it just seems like, where's the money really going? Do y'all have programs? I'm not even really educated about Black Lives Matter. I really don't know. All I see is everybody saying that it's not good, it's bad. The people who are the founders of it are using the money for their benefits and not to help out other families and stuff like that. And whereas Black Lives Matter with Kyrie Irving's, bitch, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. I'm not sure about Black Lives Matter. I don't know if they have programs or if they have things for the school, for the kids, letting them know like there's other ways. Are they going to the hood and letting them know, hey, there are opportunities that are for you that you can do? Are they helping fund, helping fund like little leagues of football, basketball? Are they trying to help recruit children into doing sports so they know that there's other way for them besides doing the street way? Are they helping providing cars and buses to help those kids to get where they need to get to because their family may not be able to financially do that for them? Are they donating funds? Like, what the fuck is going on? Are they helping school programs? Like, do they have a thing so where they're helping and funding the women and the family when they lost their children due to nonsense violence? Are they helping them with therapy, group therapy? Are they gathering all the women up to have these conversations like Zoom calls? Or what's going on with the... This is why they think we're a fucking joke as a black community, because every time... Okay, so future of racism. I feel like racism will always and forever be there. It's all about how you grew up and what you were taught. Child. Okay, what's gonna be... Let's see. What's gonna happen with the future of racism? What's gonna happen with the future of racism? And this is all alleged because, energy, everything changes, all the shit, explaining this because, some people, it can't even happen like you said it was. Girl, shut the fuck up, bitch, okay? It's energy. Everything can change. There's different destinies and all that other stuff. Once you dive into spirituality, you know that there's different destinies, different directions to take. Either I can take this way, this can come, or if I take this way, it can come. Certain things happen. Things happen for a reason. Certain things happen. Yeah. All right. In the back of the deck, Destiny. Crazy. Okay, so I have Rejoice in Celebration reverse, Suffering in Silence in reverse, Patience in Planning, Spiritual Union, and then we have Firm Foundation in reverse. Foundation achievements, solitude in reverse, and then we have the circle chakra. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I feel like, sad to say, but racism is always gonna be there. Unfortunately, everybody's always gonna have certain things, especially when it comes to like the black community. I feel like a lot of things are being swept under the rug and we're being told to forgive and forget. Oh, that was so long ago. It just seems like when it comes to different communities, when they speak about certain things, it's kind of like, oh, we're sorry, we understand. But then when it comes to us, it's kind of like, oh, y'all always complaining, y'all never be satisfied, get over it. And I feel like people really need, it's sad how we really as a black community have to do our own research, because they will never tell you how we were once kings and queens in England or Germany or wherever the case may be, because black people are, we're really everywhere. There are Afro Asians, Afro Latinos, um, there are Afro Arabs, like Afro Indians, like we're there, but they really don't talk about it. A lot of people think when they see Asians, they're supposed to be um, a certain type of color, but they really don't talk about the ones who are darker toned. You can Google it. You can go in China, Japan, the Philippines. There are Asians who have African roots. Same thing with Latinos. You can go to Chile, you can go to Venezuela, you can go to Dominican Republic, Cuba. There are black Latinos there that have African roots. It seems like when it comes to the racism, it just seems like something is going to happen to where it's like, I'm tired of this bullshit. We're gonna speak on it. We're gonna speak on it, but when it comes to planning things together and trying to be one together, it just seems that we have similar differences. We're not gonna agree on everything, but if we have patience with each other and we try to understand each other, I feel as though we will come together as one. But I feel like something really bad will have to happen, or something really tragic will happen in order for us to actually come and stick together. And it's all about, I just heard, likeness, like great minds think alike. I just heard like, I feel as though if we were all to band together and let it be known we're sick of this, and this could just be the Latino and the black community coming together. Baby, when I tell you, if we all, the black and Latinos, if we just came together, oh, bitch. But I'm gonna say this: if there were to be like a quote unquote truce about, okay, let's stop everything, we're just gonna come together, I feel like it'll just be a temporary fix. I feel as though it will be very shaky. It would just be like a little band-aid to put over something. But I feel as though once the foundation gets more sturdy and one doesn't have more power over the other, because it just seems like the levels is just not balanced. But I would say this: once black people, Latino people, Asian people, white people, once you start doing research and figuring out who you are and what your people once was, and I feel as though with the black community, they love the fact that we don't read. They don't want us to read. They love the fact that we are not, they don't want us to educate ourselves. They love the fact that we walk around in ignorance and we don't know. They're not gonna come out and say, hey, y'all once, y'all, the Moors, y'all are black, they're not gonna announce nothing. They're not gonna tell us nothing. They're not gonna educate us about nothing. They're gonna put false narratives out there, and especially when it comes to Hollywood and the movies. Okay, especially on TV shows. And I don't know if y'all watch American Horror Stories, but who the fuck was that? That was not no Papa Legwood bitch. That looked like Baron. Don't be disrespectful. Anyways, ooh, that just heated me. Cause baby, I was on TikTok and I saw how people kept on using that goddamn photo saying that's Papa Legwood, bitch. That's not him. Goodness gracious. Ooh, and the way they pronouncing his name, you know what? We ain't gonna talk about that. We just gonna talk about this right now with racism. I feel as though it would have to get worse before it gets better. And it's sad to say that. And especially when it comes to politicians and the government, everything like that, I feel as though everybody should really educate themselves and read. And I feel as though if you're not going to educate yourself, if you're not going to read a lot of things, it's this gut feeling that's going to make you feel weary. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to start waking up more. I feel like the more that people start to wake up more, the more I feel like forgiveness will be easier to consume, if that makes sense. Once you understand and you know who you are and you go back and you figure out everything and what has happened and what you once were, I feel as though forgiveness comes easier. It's more of a pill, easier to swallow, if that makes sense. Because if they were to come out right now, especially with black people telling us, oh, well, you know, y'all were this and that. Oh, y'all do know that this happened, it was taken from y'all, and they brainwashed y'all to make y'all seem as if y'all were slaves when y'all know goddamn well y'all was not slaves, but that's what they're going to tell your children and your grandchildren. Taking someone's identity and changing it, and then letting their fruit of their labors know, oh no, those are false, and don't you ever speak on that, because if you do, we're going to beat it. Like, it's just a lot. And I feel like a lot of black people wouldn't be able to know how to digest that, if that makes sense. I know I'm probably like blabbing or whatever. It might seem like I'm blabbing, but I feel as though with racism, it's going to always be there. And if we do decide to come together, I feel as though it'll be temporary. And then it'll just go right back to shit. Because it's like, I feel as though the powers that be or whoever the higher up is kind of like, we can't have y'all all coming together for a long time now. We can't have that. We need to have order. And will there be another Martin Luther King? To be honest, I really feel as though we need a Malcolm X. I really feel like we need a Malcolm X. I'm just saying, I don't believe that Malcolm X was spewing out hate. I feel as though we all live and learn. He just reminds me of someone who was asleep and then was awakened. We all have those things. We all been through it to where we once were, and when we decide to become spiritual and go on a spiritual journey, going down the rabbit hole, we become more awake and we become more alert, and we start to see things for what they are and see people for who they are. And once you become awake and they see that you awake, oh no, we gotta get rid of him. But I want to know what that conversation was like in that room between Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, bitch. I want to know. Somebody know. I want to fucking know. Ooh, I want to know. Will there be another Martin Luther King? Let's see. Will there be another Martin Luther King? Okay, so I have the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Three of Wands in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and then the Empress in reverse. So Wands represents the fire sign, zodiac sign, how passionate you are, and then we have Swords representing the air signs and the zodiac sign and how we deal with things mentally. I'm gonna say this: it's gonna be very hard. if there was a man or a woman that's gonna come out, and it just seems it could be somebody close to the Martin family, or whatever case may be, or he or she may resemble some of the essence. I'm gonna say this: it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be a burden for them to carry, especially if people are relying on them to speak up and speak out about everything. I feel like whoever this person is, if they start to speak up and speak out, they're gonna be going to them to speak up and speak out and to come. It's just I keep on hearing something about Louis Farrakhan. Farrakhan. I keep on hearing something about Farrakhan. I feel like whoever this is, it's going to be a lot on their plate, and they're probably going to end up asking for help. They're probably going to. I really feel like they might come together with Farrakhan to do something. But I really feel as though we need another Malcolm X. Yeah, whoever this is, if we were to get them, they're gonna be stuck in a crossroad. Like, okay, if I'm able to carry all this burden to get my people here, I'll get them here. But then once I get them there, then what? But whoever this is, they need to be careful. Okay, I got the Magician, the Empress in reverse, and the Four Cups. Cups represents the water sign and the zodiac sign and how we deal with things emotionally. So whoever this is, you need to be careful. Because some of these women will trip you up. I'm gonna say this: don't get caught with your dick in with your hands in your pants, touching your. I'm just saying, don't get caught with your dick in your hand. That sounds really, but that's what I heard. Don't get caught slipping, cause these women would, child, they would infiltrate the circle and expose you, and the next thing you know, everything you work for will crumble down, whether it's a lie or the truth. And also be careful on how accessible you are. There's a way to make it seem that you are accessible but not be too accessible. Like, it just seems like if everybody else can get in touch and get to you, a lot of things could happen. A lot of things, like a person can come to you, make it seem like they need help or they're here for the cause, but then it could turn into, I was just manipulating you and your feelings to make you feel comfortable enough for me to get to you. But this person is kind of like, I'm not really sure if I really believe that, and go with that instinct. And also be careful what you drink and eat around people. I'm just saying. That's okay. Don't be taking drinks, or whoever you are, don't be taking drinks or whatever from people, especially if you're out with a lot of people. Baby, I wouldn't trust it. I'm just saying. Okay. But I really would want a Malcolm X. That's just my opinion. I want a Malcolm X. That's just my opinion. I think, damn, I wish all the people who were Black Panthers back in the day, I really would want them all to gear up and start having classes educating people. They could create, I want to say OnlyFans, but not really. They can really just, they could if they want to, and just, or have something to where they have classes and they all talk about their stories of being a Black Panther and what they truly represent and all the horror, Huey Newton, all that other stuff. I just really want, I wouldn't mind having the Black Panthers come back out. I'm just saying. And Black Lives Matter. Child. Will Black Lives Matter accomplish anything that they're supposed to accomplish, or no? Okay, so I have the Three of Wands in reverse, Magician in reverse, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Two of Wands in reverse, and then the Ace of Cups. So Pentacles are coins, depending on which tarot deck you have. The same thing, representing the earth signs and zodiac sign and how grounded we are. Did I talk about wands and what wands meant? Okay, so wands are staff, is the fire signs and zodiac sign, and represents how passionate we are. Okay, so I'm gonna say this: Black Lives Matter. It's like, if that. I feel as though if they were to accomplish one good thing, it wouldn't cancel out all the bad things and negative things that's been on that name. If that makes sense. I feel like it's a lot of manipulation, a lot of backtracking, a lot of negative things going on that's postponing a lot of things and a lot of. So if somebody from Black Lives Matter was trying to offer somebody something, it's kind of like, well, what's going to happen? I feel like it's a lot of miscommunication. I feel like it's unorganized. From what I'm seeing in cars, it just seems really unorganized. And it just seems like a lot of people who are posers are infiltrating inside of it. And it's just not a good look. And I feel as though it left a lot of bad taste in certain people's mouths. And it seems like someone was giving more than what they was getting back. This could be the foundation where it's at now, where it seems like it just seems like something about money. We're giving you money, but you're barely giving us anything. You're barely doing anything. Or it could be, okay, I'm doing all these things, but the money is drying up to the point to where we can't really do much no more. Because people are looking at Black Lives Matter as a quick money rich scheme. You're making money off the backs of other black people and the tragedies of what they've been through. That's how people are looking at it. And it just seems like we're here to offer you love, kindness. We're here to offer you some emotional support. But it just seems like, no, that's not good enough. Okay, you're offering me emotional support, then what? What's next? What's going to happen? So I think Black Lives Matter ain't going to even matter no more. It just seems like a lot of things are being done. A lot of people aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I feel as though whoever it is going to get exposed for not doing what they're supposed to do. And it's going to go to, I wouldn't be surprised if, because I keep on hearing something about bankruptcy. I wouldn't be surprised if money drying up. And I wasn't surprised if the money was drying up really bad for them to come back out. Okay, so who can we support now? Hey, everybody, if we just all donate in support of so and so. I feel like people are gonna look at it like, I don't know if I want to put money in that. I don't know if I want to support that. How about you sell your houses? I feel like people are gonna start attacking them. Cause I feel like didn't somebody's address already get leaked anyway, bitch? It just seems like y'all need to really regroup and fire the ones who are money hungry. Okay? And it just seemed, child, I don't, cause, whatever that's gonna happen with Black Lives Matter, I feel like the foundation is not strong and it's gonna crumble. If it hasn't already crumbled, that's just my opinion. It's going to crumble and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse if they don't stop and regroup. They might have to come out with a statement. I was surprised they came out with a statement apologizing about certain things. Oh, we got rid of the bad apples just to, ease people back in. But they should really just, Black Lives Matter should just be no more and something else should come out. And Black Panthers really need to come back out. Because I haven't seen nobody in their 30s or 20s talking about how they want to be a Black Panther. That's how it used to be back in the day. I want to be part of the Black Panthers. And I love how they educated them. Yeah, you want to be Black Panthers? Okay, this is what we're here about. And I love how they were educating them like, we're not doing that. We're not doing this. We're not doing that either. We're going to do this. And I love that about the Black Panthers, because if you try to come in thinking that it was something, they want to educate you about this is what it is, or educating you as a Black person, this is how this should be. A lot of people probably didn't think that the organization was going to really be like that. They probably thought, well, we're just going to kill all these white people and do all this and that and third. But then when it comes, like, no, that's not what we're about. We're morally about this and that. This is the message that we're trying to push. So Martin Luther King Jr., I do see it coming. I don't know about another Malcolm X, if that's gonna come, but I wouldn't be upset if it did. That's just my opinion. Well, thanks for watching.